How dark must the night be to force me past your code? How much treasure would I need to seek another trove? How many times need I be?
Welcome to part 2 of Behind the Music in Our Community, a series which spotlights local musicians and their music. The German writer Bertold Auerbach said, "Music washes the soul of the dust of everyday life." Today's featured group, Songs For Ceilidh, present Celtic music with a kick. Their energetic music, full of joy and life, will keep your feet tapping, your heart singing, and will definitely help you forget your cares. Soon, the members of the band will be arriving here at After Midnight Productions, a state-of-the-art recording studio located right here in Medway, Mass. Owner, manager Jeff Hall will be welcoming the Songs For Ceilidh band as they arrive to make their first full-length CD. Let's meet the members of the band. Scott Price, the founder of the band, is the band's lead vocalist.
I've been playing guitar now since I was 16, and when I got into the music, I would go to different festivals, and they have a drum called the bodhrán there, which is a big Celtic drum, and I was interested in learning how to do that, so I went and bought one and taught myself how to play. And then another instrument is the tin whistle, which I said, I can teach myself how to do that. Now, of course, those two instruments I play well enough to play on stage and in the recording studio, but I'm by no means a master. And then I sing and then play harmonica as well in some of the songs that we do. So it's one of those things that if I see an instrument I like, I pick it up and try to learn it.
Brian Christensen, the band's backup vocalist, plays fiddle and guitar.
I play predominantly violin or fiddle, and I also play guitar, a little bit of mandolin, occasionally electric guitar. I started taking lessons. I started studying classical violin when I was young. I was like 4 years old. But my dad was always a fiddler. In fact, he made his spending money in college playing fiddle in a band. So he taught me the Turkey in the Straw and the Chicken Reel and the Irish Washerwoman and some of those other songs. So it's neat that now we get a chance to bring that into our set, and he's enjoyed it hearing us play it with the band. So.
Chuck Hallett plays the 12-string guitar and banjo.
I play a 12-string acoustic guitar as well as a banjo. And I've been playing the guitar probably since I was about 10 years old. The banjo I picked up a couple of years ago. Him, my grandfather, when I was a young lad, we used to go to Christmas down at his house in Braintree. Was 91 years old when I was about 6, and he sailed on the schooners out of Nova Scotia and played a squeeze box. And so a lot of the songs that Scott was playing, I had listened to when I was a young boy. And I've always liked Celtic music.
John Jasinski, the newest member of the band, plays numerous percussion instruments.
I haven't been exposed to a lot of Celtic music before. I've done a lot of hand drumming with djembes, bongos, congas before, and I've had a lot of concert experience and other percussion ensemble experience, but never specifically Celtic music. So it's a definitely a different flavor, but I can bring all of the other music experience I have from all the other genres really to what I'm doing here. Because in the end, we're trying to make good music, Yeah.
After Midnight Productions manager Jeff Hall.
What we've decided is we're going to go with the overdub situation, and so basically I'm concerned with getting rhythm tracks first. This particular band does not have a bass instrument. They have 2 acoustic guitars, and they have their percussionist, which I will actually create some bass tones based on my miking techniques. In other words, some of the instruments, the djembes and the bongos that will be played today, do actually give off a lot of low frequency sounds, and so I'm able to extract some bass parts basically out of those instruments. So Once the rhythm tracks are basically settled, you know, that's like the map of the song. What we want to do is kind of go through all of the songs and get those drum parts together. We're going to spend a few hours tweaking the percussion instruments. They've been here this morning acclimating to the room, if you will. Being very cold, wood instruments that are coming into the studio are going to need some time to settle down a little bit. And so once they've settled down, I've done some tuning. We're going to sit down and we're going to play them a little bit, try some different mic combinations, and I'm going to involve the whole band in this process. We'll do some recording of the drums, we'll play some drums back, and we'll all sit down and say, hey, these are the sounds that we like. These are going to be good. This is what we're going for. And kind of get a good picture, because once we get that set of sounds established, we'll be able to go from song to song, basically hammering out the drum parts.
Studio preparations are made. The band has put on their headphones. Everyone is ready to start the day's work.
You getting spicy?
Shots that somebody else is getting just from a slightly different angle.
That's why I'm really jealous that you snagged the monopod. Because
yeah.
Drink one for me mother, one for me wife, one for me child at home to keep her safe at night. I drink one for the brothers who sail the ship with me, for I am off tomorrow morn to sail upon the sea.
Percussionists are the heartbeat of what we do. So we're the rhythm. We drive everything else, and we have to complement everyone else at the same time. So what the fiddle player is doing, I try to complement what they're doing without stepping on their toes, or what the vocals are doing without stepping on their toes, and maintaining a steady rhythm that makes it interesting, and you almost tend to forget about it sometimes because it'll feel so natural that it's supposed to be there. Mm-hmm. You know, when I achieve that, and you don't really notice me as much, but everything else starts to shine, yeah, that's the idea.